Good morning everyone. In this video we are going to learn the first chapter of intermediate or class 11, that is sets. So first let us discuss what exactly a set means. A set is a well defined collection of objects. A set is a well defined collection of objects. So for example, set of first 5 natural numbers. Set of first 5 natural numbers. Second example, set of vowels in English alphabet. Okay, now let us check what exactly this well defined means. Okay, now I will give an example, that is collection of 2 best cricketers in the world. Collection of 2 best cricketers in the world. If I ask the same question to anyone, say the collection of 2 best cricketers in the world, or else say any 2 best cricketers in the world, some students will say Dhoni and Kohli. Some other person will say Ricky Ponting and Sachin. Some other will say Brian Lara and Dravid. So if we keep on asking like that for so many students, their answers are completely different, because according to my view, Dhoni and Kohli are best. According to another person, Ricky Ponting and Sachin are best. According to the third person, Lara and Dravid are best. So the best decides on the person mentality. So in this case, we cannot decide who is the best cricketer in the world. So these are not defined. Now let us check. I asked one more student to write the first 5 natural numbers. I asked one student to write the first 5 natural numbers. He will write obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next I went to another student and asked him also to write the first 5 natural numbers. He also wrote like this only, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously he will write like that only. Next I went to one more student also and I asked him to write the first 5 natural numbers. Again he also wrote the same numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now in this case, not only 3 numbers, if we ask hundreds members also, those all 100 members answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. So in this case, these 5 natural numbers are defined. So that's why a set is a well defined collection of objects. Whatever the objects we are mentioning in that collection or group, those objects should be defined. So now this we can say collection or group, this we can say as set. A collection or a group which has well defined objects, that is a set. Okay, now let us look what are the methods to representing a set. Methods to represent a set. Okay, methods to represent the set. The first method is statement form. The first method is statement form and the second method is roster form. The second method is roster form and sometimes this roster form is also called as tabular form. So roster form or tabular form. And the third method is set builder form. Set builder form. Set builder form is also called as rule form. Set builder or rule form. The name itself indicates clearly. The first one is statement form. Just we will write the sentences. For example, the set of all vowels in English alphabet. In English alphabet. Normally how we will speak with each other, that exactly is nothing but the statement form. Next comes to the roster form. In this roster form, what we will do, we will mention each and every object. Each and every object in that particular set. Now if we take this set of whole numbers, all whole vowels in the alphabet of English, those are A, E, I, O, U. So in the roster form, we will write all the objects which are there in the set. The objects which are there in the set are called as elements. The objects which are there inside the set is called element, and those elements are separated by commas and closed and opened by curly brackets. So set is opened and closed by curly brackets. Whatever we are writing inside, those are called as elements, and those elements are separated by commas. So now this is the roster form. Now come to the set builder form. The name itself indicates set builder, means building. What is the building element of that? Nothing but what is the rule they are following, what is the formula they are following, what exactly they are projecting, that we will represent in the set builder form. So now same I am writing, that is x two dots, means such that x is a vowel in English alphabet. In English alphabet. X such that x is a vowel in English alphabet. This is the set builder form. Now let us take one more example. One more second example. Set of positive odd numbers. Set of positive odd numbers less than or equal to 15. Less than or equal to 15. Now this is the statement form. What exactly the question we are reading, or else how we are speaking daily, that is exactly statement form. So set of positive odd numbers less than or equal to 15. Now in the roster form, we will write all the elements of it. So we need to write the all odd numbers which are less than or equals to 15. So those elements will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. And here mentioned less than or equal to 15. So E15 also will be included. These all will be called as elements, and those are separated by commas. Now open curly bracket and close curly bracket. So this is set of positive odd numbers less than or equal to 15. Then what about this set builder form? So set builder form, x such that x is an odd number where x lies than 0, x lies between 0 to 15. So 0 less than x less than or equals to 15. It means x greater than 0 and less than or equals to 15. So from 0 to 15 we need to write all the odd numbers. This is the representation of sets by all the three methods. One is statement form, and one is the roster form, and one is the set builder form. Now let us find what are the types of sets. What are the types of sets? So already we discussed, any set something is there, capital A I am representing that. Always the set will be represented by capital A and open curly brackets, write some elements A, E, I, O, U I am writing and close the curly bracket. So this is the exact representation of a set in roster form. So now let us check what are the types we have in the sets. The first type of set is finite set. Finite set. The name itself indicates a finite means countable. In any set, if the number of elements are countable, then we can say that it is a finite set. So for example, I am taking set A, set of all the vowels in English alphabet. So here A, E, I, O, U, total 5 elements are there. So we are saying clearly 5 elements are there. So 5 elements is a countable number. So this is finite set. Next type of set is infinite set. The next is infinite set. Now I am writing one more set. Set B is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuous. Here we cannot say particularly how many elements are there in this set. It's very difficult because it is continuing clearly. It is going on. So till infinity it will go. So we cannot say how many elements are there. Non-countable elements. So uncountable elements. So this type of sets are infinite sets. Next type of set is empty set. Empty. Next type of set is empty set. Now I am asking one set. X is an element in a set C. X is an element in a set C where X is an even number and gives 1 as remainder when divided by 2. When divided by 2. See, we have one set C. Set C is there and opening the curly bracket, closing the curly bracket. In that one X element is there. So what is that condition given? X is an even number and gives 1 as a remainder when divided by 2. Already we know clearly even numbers are those numbers if that number is divided by 2, we will get the remainder 0. But here it gives remainder 1. So that is impossible. It means no element is there which is an even number if it is divided by 2 which gives a 1 as the remainder. So it is not possible at all. So no element is there. That kind of sets are called empty sets. Now this empty sets simply we can open like this and leave it. Otherwise if I write closely we can leave it like this. And one more symbol for this is phi. Phi is also an empty set representation. Next, this empty set is also called as void set as well as null set. Empty set is also called as void set and null set. Now let us move to the next type of set, that is singleton set. The next type of set is singleton set. Singleton set. The name itself indicates single. It means in the set only one element should be there. Now I am writing X is an element. X is an element in a set D where x is an even prime. We have prime numbers, those are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 continuous. In that particularly we are mentioning about the even prime only. So we have a set D. So D is equals to, open the bracket, even prime only we want. So out of all the prime numbers, only one, that is number 2, is the even number. So set D contains 2, where the set contains only one element is called as singleton set. Now next type of set is equal sets. Equal sets. For example, I have one set A. I am writing all the elements in that. Those are A, B, C, D. And I have one more set B. In that I am writing all the elements C, B, A, D. Now if we compare these two sets, in the set A element A is there, in the set B also element A is there, in the set A element B is there, in the set B also element B is there, in the set A element C is there, in the set B also element C is there, in the set A element D is there, in the set B also element D is there. So if every element of set A is present in the set B, as well as every element of set B is also there in the set A, then these two sets are called as equal sets. A is equals to B. Every element should be same, no extra elements. Next type of set, equivalent sets. For example, I have one set A, in that A, E, I, O, U elements are there, and one more set B, in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements are there. Now if we observe these two sets clearly, in the set A we have 5 elements, in the set B we have 5 elements. In both the sets, if the number of elements are same, then we can say that those two sets are equivalent sets. Then number of elements in the set A is represented as n of A, which is equals to number of elements in the set B, it is represented as n of B. N of A equals to n of B. If the number of elements in the set A is equals to number of elements in the set B, then those two sets are called as equivalent sets. Okay, now we completed types of sets. Let us move to the concept of subset. Okay, to explain this subset concept, I am taking one example of Maruti Suzuki cars. Maruti Suzuki cars I am taking example. So in Maruti Suzuki cars we have so many cars again. Maruti Alto, Maruti Swift, Swift Desire, Baleno, Ertiga, WagonR, Celerio, Espresso. Just these are some only I am writing, still so many are there, other models also. So in the Maruti Suzuki car manufacturing company, I am writing some of the models of that particular Suzuki cars. So now these all cars are manufactured under one particular company named as Maruti Suzuki. So this Maruti Suzuki manufacturing company will be called as universal set. Universal set. So this Maruti Suzuki car is providing these all the models, then every particular model is a subset. Alto is a subset of Maruti Suzuki. Swift is a subset of Maruti Suzuki. Desire is subset of Maruti Suzuki. Baleno Maruti Suzuki subset. Ertiga subset of Suzuki. Wagoner subset of Maruti. Celerio subset of Maruti. Espresso subset of Maruti. So these all are the products of this one. So we can say these all are subsets of Maruti Suzuki. Then this Maruti Suzuki is the one and only manufacturing company which provides all these. So then in this particular case, this Maruti Suzuki cars company will become the universal set. Okay, now let us take one example and we will discuss this subset concept in depth. Here I am taking one set A. We have elements 1 and 2. Write all the subsets of the set A. So one is empty set and one is number 1 and one is number 2 and one is both the numbers together. It means 1 belongs to 1, 2 set. 2 also belongs to 1, 2 set. 1, 2 also belongs to 1, 2 set. So these 4 are the subsets of the set A. This is empty set. Empty set is a subset of every set. So for any set, how many subsets will be there? Number of subsets. Number of subsets formula is 2 power n. Number of subsets formula is 2 power n. Okay, now let us check representing the sets through Venn diagrams. Representing the sets through Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams. So in this we need to represent the A union B, A intersection B, A minus B, B minus A union B union C, A intersection B intersection C. These all union, intersection and difference are the operations on sets. The next we will discuss about these operations in depth. But just for drawing this figure, let's have a short summary of this, what exactly union, intersection and difference means. So first, the Venn diagram of A union B. Here the word itself indicates union, all together or combination. So draw 2 circles. One circle for set A and one circle for set B. Now upon this AB circle draw one rectangle which indicates universal set. In the universal set we have 2 sets A and B. Now we are representing the Venn diagram of A union B. So A union B union together or combined. So just combined both the circles. So now this is the representation of A union B. This is the representation of A union B. Now let us check the representation of A intersection B. Same again. First draw the rectangle which is universal set. two circles inside. One is for set A and one is for set B. Now we are representing the diagram for A intersection B. Intersection is nothing but the common. In these two circles, the common part we need to shade. In these two circles, this is the common area or common part. So we need to shade that only. Next representation of Venn diagram is A minus B and B minus A. Okay, let us check this A minus B Venn diagram. A minus B Venn diagram and B minus A Venn diagram. Same again, first one rectangle, which is a universal set. In that two circles, one circle is for A and one circle is for B. Here A minus B indicates from the set A, we need to subtract the total set B. Otherwise, from the set A, we need to remove the B completely. So this is the total A. From that completely, we need to remove B. It means this part, this total part should be removed. So remaining part, what is remaining? That is A minus B. So this part is remaining, that is A minus B part. Now B minus A, again same rectangle. In that two circles, one is for B, one is for A. Otherwise you can write A here, B here also, no problem. Universal set as it is. Now B minus A means from B we need to subtract A. So from B we need to subtract this A completely. This part we need to remove. So it means this will be remaining. So this is B minus A. Next figure. A union B union C. A union B union C. Again same rectangle, that will be universal set. Now till here we did only for two sets, that is A and B, but in this case three sets A, B, C. So draw three circles which are joined with each other. Union means all together, so combined all the circles. Finish. That is A union B union C. One circle for A, one circle for B, one circle for C. Next representation is for A intersection B intersection C. Same again, draw the rectangular part. In that three circles, one circle for A, one circle for B and one circle for C. A, B, C and universal set as it is. Now intersection is nothing but common. So A intersection B intersection C means the elements which are common in all the three sets. Now check for one part which is common in all the three circles. This part. That part is common in all the three circles. So that is the representation of A intersection B intersection C. Okay, now let us move to the operations on sets. Operations on sets. Operations on sets. In this we have three types of operations. One is union and one is intersection. Union, intersection and third one is difference. So now union is nothing but all together or combined. Intersection is nothing but only the elements which are common. Difference is nothing but subtracting the elements. Okay, now let us check by taking some examples. We have a set A in which the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and one more set B in which 1, 3, 4, 5 elements are there. Now the question is find A union B. So A union B is equals to, write all the elements which are there in set A as well as in set B. Set A 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in set B 1, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 3, 4, 5. Close it now. So A union B is equals to, now which elements are repeating? Write that element only one time. Here element 1 is there, here also element 1 is there, so 2 times number 1 is there, so write only one time. Next 2 is there once, so write that 2 as it is. Here 3 is there, here 3 is there, so write only once. Here 4 is there, here 4 is there, so write only once, and 5 as it is. So A union B is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Next, set A is equals to 1 2 3 4 and set B is equals to 1 3 4 5. Now find the elements in A intersection B. A intersection B is equals to, intersection is nothing but common, so we need to write the elements which are common in both A as well as B sets. So if we observe this, here 1 is there, here also 1 is there, so write that 1. Here 3 is there, here also 3 is there, so write that 3. Here 4 is there, here also 4 is there, so write that 4. So A intersection B is equals to 1 comma 3 comma 4. Next, A minus B and B minus A, difference of both the sets, that is difference of sets. Now so set A is 1 2 3 4 5 and set B 1 4 5. So now we need to write A minus B. A minus B is nothing but from A we need to remove all the elements which are there in B. In the A 1 is there, in the B also 1 is there, so remove that 1. Here 2 is there, here 2 is not there, so 2 you write it here. 3 is there, 3 is not there, so write 3. 4 is there, 4 is there, so remove that 4. 5 is there, 5 is there, so remove that 5. So A minus B is equals to 2 comma 3. It means from A we are removing all the elements which are there in B. Next, B minus A, let us check. Set A is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 and set B is equals to 1 4 5. Now we are writing for B minus A. So B minus A is nothing but from the set B we need to remove. Here 1 is there, here also 1 is there, so remove. Here 4 is there, here 4 is there, so remove. Here 5 is there, 5 is there, remove. So now in the B nothing we left with, so it is empty set. From the B we subtracted all the elements, or we removed all the elements which are there in the set A. If we observe this clearly, A minus B and B minus A minus B is not is equals to B minus A. We need to remember this compulsory. Whereas A union B is equals to B union A intersection C is equals to B intersection C. Only A minus B not is equals to B minus A. Till now whatever the explanation I said, if you feel that my explanation is worthy or else my explanation is good, then only subscribe my channel. In the next video we are going to discuss more properties on this union, intersection and difference. Thank you everyone.